All right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I would love to give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to our elders and our apostles of Great Millstone, who's taught us this 100% truth. Shalom to the hopefully elect. Shalom to the Akim, pushing this truth in sincerity. And shalom to the sincere Aquaf that may be out there watching and learning. It's your brother Yakov from GMS Columbus Camp. Coming back with another quick lesson through the Spirit, Lord willing, and maybe edifying. But I'm just sitting riding, and I'm just thinking, life in general, and this is a problem or something that I know a lot of brothers may deal with, or have dealt with. All right. As a matter of fact, I know all brothers are dealing with this in some kind of way, and that's losing things in this life, having to give up certain things being taken away from you, and in my situation, just being transparent, nothing super crazy, it just weighs on you at times. I have children, I haven't been able to see, my children in over a year. And of course, I've tried to do my best to, handle what I had to handle. But in any case, dealing with Esau and his system and his laws, that doesn't always work out in your favor, Now that's where your spirit and your faith comes in, and you have to trust in Yahweh and Yahushua that, hey man, while I may have lost out on this and lost out on that, I'm still gonna be good, because there's so much in this life, there are brothers, that have talents, that they could pursue, from being rappers to playing sports, to doing this, doing that, being big time, at a lot of things. But through the Spirit, the Lord has put that, on the back burner, so to speak. Of course, we all do. We got to do to handle whatever business that may be. But, in this life, when you come to serve the Lord, it comes with a lot of losses. It comes with a lot of things having to be forsaken. Because even in my situation, other situations as well, of course, I can go out my way to try and do this and do that. But, it's all the Spirit, man. Clearly, I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with for something, something that I may have done in this life, done in my past life. And ultimately, the Lord is helping lock in my focus and all of the sincere brothers' focus on what matters. All right, even dealing with your woman, man. We may have, of course, we know these women these days ain't worth much, but at the end of the day, we all have a woman or some women that we love dearly, that we wish we could be around all day, every day, come home to, this, that, the third. But certain things hinder you in the ministry. Certain things hinder you in serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushai deserves all the praise. All right? Your focus should be rooted on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So it's all set up this way for a reason. If the Lord blesses you to give you a taste of some of the things you lost, the Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but if you don't, what do you say? It should be the Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahushai anyway. Either way it goes, because the Lord is keeping you. All right? So I just got a few precepts, just going into forsaking certain things and being able to let go. Because that's the times we coming into, having to let go of the things that are important to us, letting go of the things that that are dear to our hearts, letting go of the things that we've become so-called attached to in this kingdom. All right, and I'm gonna start here. This is Colossians 3, And I'm going to read it from the top through to verse 2. It says, if ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High, Yahweh. Verse 2, it says, set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth, you see. And that's plain as day. You know, we are not to, you know, focus our attention on the things of this world, man. No matter how it may feel to have to let go of these things, man. It's not easy. Trust me, I know it's not easy. Alright, but that's the thing, it's not supposed to be easy. Okay? And with that, it is showing your great level of faith. Alright? You know, showing your allegiance to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Alright? And that's what we're to do. Salakia. Yeah, so in that, you know, stay focused, man. You know, and don't let the things that we lose or that we've lost in this life take you away from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because you want to obtain these things back into your life, man. All right. So with that, I'm gonna go here to this here. All right. Matthew 19 and verse 29. It says, and every one that hath forsaken houses or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. You see, and that's what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to obtaining that everlasting kingdom that is promised to us. All right. And what comes with that, we got to deal with it. All right. And that may be losing certain things that we love. All right. So does that mean, like I said, does that mean give up on the Lord? All right. No. All right. That's not what that means. That means trust that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to give you everything that you ever lost back and some. All right. And it's not a little sum. All right. We are going to have everything at our disposal. All right. In righteousness. Okay. Let me go here. What was it, Luke? Luke 14 and verse 33. It says, so likewise whoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. You see that? So if you're not willing to lose these things and take an L and suck it up and keep on grinding for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, you ain't worthy to even be one with the Lord, man. It's over. All right? We are not to be going out of our way and doing this and that, you know, to obtain all these worldly things, man. We got to focus on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, and that's just the bottom line, you know. Because Yahweh Shem Yahushai is the only one that can save us. All right. These things of this world can't save you, man. All right. They only there but for a moment. All right. But the kingdom is everlasting. All right. So why would you throw away your salvation, your possible salvation? Why would you throw everlasting, you know, abundance? Why would you throw that away? Because you want to obtain the things of this kingdom, man. It ain't worth it. All right. And this is speaking to us in the truth, man. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, 2/3 of our people are not going to get this truth anyway. Okay, so with that being understood, this is speaking to us, because we still in the flesh, man. We still are subject to the same things everyone else is subject to. All right, well, we gotta lead with the Spirit, man. Scriptures say, walk by faith and not by sight, man. And that scripture should be taken seriously, man. We gotta really take this truth serious, man. All right, and just real quick, I want to just get that definition for forsaken, just for edification's sake. Ooh, this fire.
Strong's G 863. Aphiemi.
It says to send away, to bid going away or depart of a husband divorcing his wife, to send forth, yield up, to expire. You see, to let go, let alone, let be. You see, all these are fire, man. To leave, to go away from. All right, because ultimately, you taking this time away from whatever it is that you forsaken. All right, but ultimately, we're becoming better, man. We are becoming better, growing in the Spirit, growing in the truth, growing in understanding. All right, growing in our love, and more importantly, our fear for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, the Lord giveth and He taketh away, man. All right. Matter of fact, let's get it. What is it? Salaki, Job. I believe it's Job 1. Let me see. Yep. Job 1. I'm gonna start at. I'll just get to the point, get verse 20 and verse 21. Job 1:20. It says, then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell upon the ground and worshipped and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord Yahweh gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. You see that? Because in this account, Satan was sent to chastise Job, man, and he lost a lot of things, man. A lot of things were taken away from Job. You know what I'm saying? His family, his wife, his riches. Job lost a lot, man. But what did he say, man? The Lord gave and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, man. All right. And that's the spirit we need to be in, man. All right, it's all good, man. It ain't nothing worth losing Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Not your children, not your riches, not your mother, not your father. None of that, man. None of this worth losing Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, man. All right, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is all we have. Okay, He's all we have, man. Without Him, we're nothing. Without Him, we're done. Without Him, we're through. All right. So with that being said, we give all praise, all honor, and all glory again unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Double honors again to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. I want to say Shalom and Abba Ball.